I see young, motivated footballers who are trying to pursue a professional career make these stupid mistakes every single day. And believe me when I say it, it makes me cringe every time I see it. So if you want to avoid these silly little mistakes and actually start pursuing that professional contract with effectiveness, I highly suggest you sit through the next few minutes of this video. Before we get into the video, I need to reintroduce myself because I haven't been on this channel for quite a while. If you're not aware of who I am, then you probably haven't been around on the channel for a long time. My name is Nathan. I'm the other half of J&M. You're probably used to seeing Josh's face, but today you've got me. Okay, so mistake number one is not setting goals. Now, if you were to take a step back and analyze your own life right now outside of football, whether you're working, whether you're education, or you play a lot of FIFA, more than one may apply to you, which isn't a problem at all. The point is that all three of these things have one thing in common, that you are slacking in right now within your football career. Now, within those three environments, like I said, the work, the education, and playing FIFA, you always have goals set out for yourself, whether that's set by you yourself or they're set by someone for you, whether you're at work and your manager or boss has set you goals or targets to reach, or you have to do something by a certain time or with a certain quality. Similar with your teachers in education, you may have a deadline to finish a presentation or write 2,000 words or do this, whatever it may be. Essentially, they have set you goals, and now on a day-to-day basis, you're working towards reaching those goals. Relating this to FIFA, playing FIFA 23, there's always goals for you to reach, whether you're an ultimate team, try and get this player, try and build this team, whether you're playing, as one player, you have these specific targets for each game, create two scoring chances or play 20 passes. I'm not actually sure what the goals are, but if you just think for 1 second that you're working so hard on progressing in a game and you're actually following these goals, you're setting these goals, you're challenging yourself and you're improving within the game, why would you put so much energy into that where all that energy could be used into your actual career and you could be progressing 10 times more than you are right now as an actual football player? And that does baffle me. I know footballers, we have a lot of free time, so playing FIFA here and there is okay, but I do see a lot of players focusing too much on FIFA, and that takes away from their actual career. And not even that, it's just actually taking action on what I've just said, the actual process of setting yourself targets and goals and challenging yourself on a daily basis in order to improve. So this is something you must avoid. You need to start setting yourself goals, creating a plan on how you're actually going to reach that goal, set yourself a why. I spoke about these things so many times in the past, so if you're not doing it by now, then make this your final warning. Mistake number two is actually going to the gym. Before we get into the details of why a gym is ruining your career, I just wanted to say that we're really trying to push this YouTube channel, and so many of you aren't subscribed. You might not be subscribed without even knowing. So if you just want to go below this video and quickly double check if you're subscribed to this channel, and if you're not, please subscribe and hit the notifications bell if you want to. We do a lot of giveaways with our subscribers, so that's just an extra benefit for you. Okay, now back to the gym and why is it ruining you as a player? So going to the gym is fine, right? Before you thought I was going to say that. That is not what I was going to say. Going to the gym and just doing whatever you find on the internet the day before is one of the least effective things you could do as a player possible. So, for example, it's a Monday afternoon, you're scrolling through TikTok, you see an amazing workout that looks incredibly good and effective for anyone, right? The next day, all of a sudden, you've got this huge strike of motivation, so you go ahead and actually do that workout and you feel great. Now, the next day, you do the same with a different workout. The next day, you skip it, you're a bit tired, and then 3 days later, you hit another random workout. Now, there's no progress in this at all. You have to first have a workout program that's actually related to the sport you're playing. You can't train like a bodybuilder. You can't train like a tennis player. Now, some of the movements may be similar, but ultimately, training for football is going to look different. The second mistake by doing this is, not actually having the ability to track your progress and develop this and have a progressive overload over time, etc., etc. So do yourself a favor and stop making this mistake. Mistake number three is just watching football. Now, the World Cup is right around the corner now, so you all, as will I, will be watching a lot of football within the next few weeks. And it is good sometimes just to sit back and enjoy and relax, have some snacks, have a Coke, whatever. Just, to switch off and sort of have that as your complete rest. But a lot of players should be analysing, not all the time, like I said, but a lot of the time you should be analysing football instead of just watching it casually. This can help you so much more as a footballer. You will learn so much more, and it will help you progress and take lessons from these professional players, because ultimately that's the level that you do want to play at one point, right? So instead of just watching football casually, focus on someone either in your position or someone with the game style that you'd like to sort of play similar to, and then focus on them the whole game, what they do on and off the ball, how they communicate, what their body position is like, how they pass, how they move, literally anything. Take as much notes as possible, and then that is the best way to learn from watching football. Mistake number 4 now is only training your technicality and physicality. Now, obviously those two things are extremely important for footballers and should all be trained, but there is one thing extremely important that is missing from that, and that is your mentality. For 95% of amateur footballers, the biggest difference between where they're at right now and the professional level is mindset. You'll be surprised about how good and elite the professional footballers' mindsets actually are. It's pretty incredible, which is exactly why you need to start training your mentality as well. There are several ways to do that. Journaling, we spoke about journaling so much, and it's incredible for footballers. Meditation, breath control, it may not be for everyone, but just those are a few things that you can start to do to train your mindset. The last mistake a lot of footballers doing, too many footballers, is not using us. And I do not mean our subscriptions or our programs. We put so much energy into all this free content we put out here, our YouTube videos, our Instagram, TikTok, Twitter content, our LinkedIn content. We have an email newsletter, which is extremely active, extremely good, and we put so much energy into that. We almost have 10,000 people on that email newsletter as well. Why am I saying this? Well, first of all, it is true. Not a lot of players actually use our free content. Second of all, we almost got banned this week on Instagram for a copyright strike, so that wasn't fun. So that is just sort of a warning for both us and you. If you do use our Instagram content on a frequent basis, which I know a lot of you do, and probably a majority of you do, I would highly suggest you subscribing to our newsletter. That's where we sort of give all updates. We give so much free advice, they're free tips, and stuff like that. One thing I didn't mention is we also have a Discord server, which a bunch of footballers is sort of a platform for all young motivated footballers to use. You can sort of use each other, help each other, discuss anything football related. We also have a private J&M football Premier League fantasy league there with a winner every single week. So the winner of each game week does get a prize, which has been very fun the past month or so. Obviously, we were going to have a break now because of the World Cup, but regardless, we're going to be doing other things within that Discord to make up for that, lost task. So yes, if you feel like you're not using us enough, all of our free content, then like I said, I would highly suggest you first subscribing to the newsletter and then our Discord as well if you're interested. And then after that, obviously, all of our social medias. Speaking of all of this stuff, all of the links that you possibly need can be found in the description of this video. So take the next few minutes, however long it may take, to sort of sign up and subscribe and follow all of our social media, just so you can sort of actually make the most of our content and actually, take action on what we say in order to progress. So those do wrap up the 5 biggest mistakes. If you made it this far, first of all, thank you. Please do leave a like and subscribe. Those do sort of actually really help us because they sort of push our videos into the YouTube algorithm to try and get some more views. So thank you very much. I hope you did enjoy the video and learn 1 or 2 things, and I shall see you in the next one.